sparkling, golden, pure, refreshing.
Oh, hey, now come on. Hang on now. Can't we just settle this over a pint? No. All right, then. Come on!
Beer is chilled now, and Ingrid serves it in the traditional manner, from a pitcher with a garland of greenery. Mmm.
These guys find the kind of relaxation and release they need in a cold glass of beer. For them, only beer does it.
Grandpa's telling tales of yore. Bruce Q talks about comics more. Norm's got jokes that we adore. Hawk's our mascot, hear it roar. 3BeerMen drinking in the streams, laughing like it's no tomorrow. Hawk's loud score praising the bars, filled with joy, never sorrow. Grandpa's got his old school tricks, Bruce Q's latest adventure and more. Norm with laughs that'll mix, Hawk circles watch him soar. Beer cans clinking, stories unfold. Nights like these are pure gold. These memories bold, never sold. In Twilight's glow time behold. Everyone needs a night like this, full of stories can't be missed. Simple joys, pure bliss. In each sip, there's a twist. Men drinking in the streams, laughing like there's no tomorrow. Hawks loud spark raising the bars, filled with joy, never sorrow. 3BeerMen drinking in the streams, laughing like there's no tomorrow. Hawks loud spark raising the bars, filled with joy, never sorrow. Grandpa's got his old school tricks, Bruce Q's latest adventure and more. Norm with laughs that'll mix, Hawk circles watch him soar. Beer cans clinking, stories unfold. Nights like these are pure gold. These memories bold, never sold. In Twilight's glow time behold. Everyone needs a night like this, full of stories can't be missed. Simple joys, pure bliss. In each sip, there's a twist. In each sip, there's a twist.
Hey, guys, and welcome to another Cozy AF with 3BeerMen. Unfortunately, our mascot, Hawk, is not available right now. Hopefully, he'll be able to join us later. But in the meanwhile, let's say hello to everybody here on stage and find out what you're drinking. Cosmic, what do you got there for us?
Howdy, everyone. Well, I figured since tonight was kind of a meme night, I was going to meme another topic. Not technically a meme, but something along those same lines. Fairly recently, in fact, just a couple weeks ago, we played the Harrison Ford Kirin commercials, the Japanese commercials featuring Harrison Ford for Kirin beer, Kirin Lagopiro. So I happened to be at the beer store the other day, and there was 1 6-pack of Kirin sitting on the shelf. And I thought, well, you know what? That would make a good beer for the show. So that is what I am having. First press 100% malt, imported, only the finest ingredients from Japan. So that is what I'm having tonight. Good, Norm.
You can find the import over there. So here the Kirin is made in Culver City.
Aha. You get locally brewed. No, I'm lucky
Yeah.
enough to get the actual import. And to celebrate, I'm wearing my beer manga shirt tonight. So this is.
That's funny. That's great. Very good.
This is actually a very good beer.
I've had it before at a Japanese restaurant. Yeah, it was good, but I don't know that I would have it as a regular drink. So enjoy it
It's
Well,
good with
as a
sushi. Yeah.
lager,
Yeah.
it's a very good lager.
as a
I mean,
lager. Yes. If
it's
there was
obviously
nothing
not a
else,
stout.
right? If there was nothing else to drink and I couldn't find a stout, and I had to drink a lager, I would go with a Kieran. Yes, that is true.
Is it
All right, no, go ahead, Norm.
is it made by Anheuser-Busch in Japan or no? Because I believe the one here in Los Angeles is made by Anheuser-Busch, but not at their brewery. It's made at a special Kirin Ichiban brewery.
I'm looking that up while you tell us what you're having.
Okay.
So Norm, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking another one by Paperback. It's locally brewed, actually just a couple of miles away from me. Paperback beer. They always have the good or the really cool labels. This one's called the Beer Snob. They might be making fun of me because I back in the day before I started doing videos, I had a beer blog, and my first actual post was called the Beer Snob. So
So do you
knows
consider yourself a
yeah,
beer snob, Norm?
well, that was what the post was about. I do, but I don't. So but this is a on the label is a little bit more hipster guy on there with a man bun. I'm never been into the man buns, but
Neither have I.
yeah, yeah, and nose up, pinky up, beer down. With and the butler has a plate full of
Pinky
pretzels.
up, beer down. Okay, got it.
Yeah, yeah. So
Pinky up.
yeah, so
We
yeah,
say that in jujitsu. Pinky up when we're doing an osai. Pinky up so you break the wrist.
yeah. I always thought that their labels are so great, and I've heard people say whoever they get to make the label, and one of the owners actually does the labels. He
I
he
guess
was
he's an artist.
he was the art director where I work
Oh, that's funny.
for years. So he and he went off to start the brewery. Uh, so I'm well familiar with the brewery way before they even started, and see, a lot of times they'll have sometimes they'll have a little 2D or what is it called? A quick reference code, a QR code
QR
on the
code.
label. Yeah, and if you scan that on your phone, it'll bring you to even this one doesn't, but some of them do. If it will bring you into more of the story of the label. So they call
Cool.
themselves paperback because every beer recipe has a story, and they have a ton of them. I could probably do a whole. They have rotating taps at the brewery, but they also have rotating recipes. So that's
Very, very cool.
it's I'm gonna put my pinky up. It's a nicely colored double India Pale West Coast double India Pale Ale. So I'm looking for the
Not
APV
my mug of beer, but go ahead and tell us what it tastes like.
6.8 or 8.2 alcohol per volume.
Oh, so you're not even going to make it through half the show.
Mhm. It's actually very smooth for a double IPA. It's it's actually really good. My gosh.
All right. I'm glad you're enjoying your IPA.
Mhm.
So, of course,
I did that research real quick, by the way, before we get too far away from that, Norm. And AB InBev doesn't own Kieran. AB InBev did distribute Kieran in the United States until July of 2024. But
Okay.
as of
So,
last July, New
yeah.
Belgium has taken over distribution of
Oh,
Kieran in the United States.
that's good to know because I was now I can start drinking them again.
Now you can drink it again. Yeah.
But w- let me just go into a story about my beer blog about the beer snob. I did have a post uh about Kieran back then because that's when InBev was doing it, and I was translating the name. Well, Kieran is a mythical animal, right? And in Japanese, Ichiban is number one.
Hmm.
Ichi, Ichi ni san chigo raku. That's how you count. So,
Ichi ni san shi go
well,
rukushi
yeah.
shihachi
So
go.
Ichi Ban is number one. So it translates into Kiran. That's a mythical animal. It's like a cross between a lion, a deer, and a dragon, or whatever. Mythical animal. And number one here in the United States, that's piss, right? Number two is yeah. So it's mythical animal piss, right? Is that a bad translation? So it's kind of a joke. So
That is actually the thing that's on the label there.
yeah.
That is the mythical animal. That is.
Mythical animal, and then number one.
It looks like a Pokemon to me. I'm sorry. It looks
It's
like
a
a Pokemon.
it's like a deer, a dragon.
Like a
It's like
Pokemon.
every mean animal you can think of it besides it, or majestic maybe. I don't know, but yeah.
There you go. All
So
right. Well, tonight I'm drinking something from Clown Shoe Brewery, um, called the Blakecorn Yule Dragon. I don't know. Hold on a second. I always have this problem with this lighting here. Hold on. Okay, let's do this the right way now. So it is a clown shoe, and if you can see the Blakecorn, instead of unicorn, it's a Blakecorn Yule Dragon, and it is a spiced imperial stout, and it's 9% ABV. It's brewed by Clown Brewery out in Boston, Massachusetts, and Windsor, Vermont, believe it or not. And it's one of the 12 beers of Christmas. So I've had this since Christmas time. I must have picked it up with a bunch of other cans around that time for one of the other shows we did. And it said, what should we call our holiday spiced imperial stout? Black Crampencorn? Samhain Dragon? Nah, let's combine them and create the ultimate holiday mythical creature, a Blakecorn Yule Dragon. Imbued with a monstrous amount of dark malt and aggressive hops, Blakecorn Yule Dragon is a powerful and complex brew designed to improve with age. So this has been sitting since Christmas time, and we're now into March. So I'm gonna see what it is, and I'm gonna be drinking it out of our mug. I have our mug right here that I'll be drinking it out of. So give me a little bit to pour it here.
it's odd how you two pick beers with mythical animals on their label.
Yeah.
So
Not intentional, but hey, you know what? I'm glad it worked.
yeah.
Oh, it is dark. It is dark. It's as dark as Coca-Cola. All right.
I'm really curious if that clown tastes funny to you.
I will find out. And we got a raid from Belushi. Thank you, Belushi, brother. Very cool. Thank you, brother. You know what? It doesn't make me laugh, but it does have a very familiar faint taste. When it says spiced, it is spiced, but not like a heavy Not like a heavy spice. It's got a smooth finish, but it does have that imperial stout bite at the beginning, and then it finishes off smooth. Interesting.
I just think it's funny that it comes from Clown. What was it? Clown
Clown
City?
shoes. Clown shoes.
Oh, because yeah,
Clown shoes is the name of the brewery.
Clown Shoes. Yeah, because that's a punchline to a joke. Does this or to actually a couple jokes I can think of? Does this clown taste funny to you?
Not familiar with the joke, but it does not taste funny to me.
Okay, well, I'll tell you
It actually tastes really good.
now that I told you the punchline. I'll tell you the three jokes I can think of. Two sharks are talking, and one shark says to the other, "Did that clownfish taste funny to you?" And that's kind of a Finding Nemo joke. But
Okay.
and then two cannibals are walking out of McDonald's, and one says to the other, "Did that clown taste funny to you?" Because yeah. And
Oh,
then the other one is two prostitutes are walking out of a circus. And I won't even say the punchline because you guys heard it already. But
there you go.
same punchline, same all right, same
And
punchline,
Judy the
different joke.
Lady Pug. Thank you very much for the cookie, my dear. I'll be seeing Judy the Lady Pug hopefully in a couple of weeks when we're down in Florida soon. So we'll be catching up with Judy. In the meanwhile,
Neil
I saw that we got a raid from Belushi. We got Neo's in the house. Flip City
and
Mag, Magatic, Madness Comics, Madness Entertainment Group, and a few others that I'm seeing here in the chat. Grey Wolf, what's up, Grey Wolf? Good to see you out there. But why don't we go to the rest of the chats? And since I only have Foxhole, I'll let you guys jump in on the others first.
all right, we got Magatic in all the chats, doing our fire safety, and we got another raid by who just raided Drunk Piata. Just rated our stream too. So
Yo, thank you, Drunk Pinata. Thank you, Belushi. Much love, brothers. We do appreciate you jumping in here.
but
Well, you guys came in at a good time because we're going to have some fun tonight. We have unscheduled programming ahead of us, but we're going to get back to reading the chats. So go ahead, Norm. Keep going.
well, no, yeah, they all missed the punchline to the joke, so maybe we can make them guess. I don't know. I don't know if they heard the joke and not the punchline, but Magatic is in all the chats. In the Odyssey and the Rumble, and he's the only one there, but he's keeping our fire safety there. Cause, why don't you read the other chat? Oh, and then we also do have I always forget about YouTube, but I don't have that one up.
All right.
Cause
Well, over on Madness Comic Network on the YouTube, we have Grey Wolf with us tonight. Flip City Magazine. Magatic is keeping that chat fire safe over there as well. And we've got Pops. So welcome aboard over there on YouTube. You got the other ones, so are we ready to jump over to the D Live?
sure, yeah.
All right. Well, over on the D Live, our first in tonight was actually Willie Fixit, followed very shortly after by John Rogers, TL Spud, Jayla17, Bad Bad Zoot, Val Kimber, Peggy Dancer, Syllabore, and Magatic keeping that chat fire safe as well. That's who has shouted out. Plus, it looks like we got some lurkers over there. So feel free to pop out and say hello.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to try to go through all this because we got so many people in here. Thumper Rose, thank you, my love. Good to see you out there like this. Music Man 75 was number 3 in the house. We got Willie Fix It out there. SM Jameson, Magatic again. And we got, let's see, Flip City Mag is here. Of course, I think I shouted out, Classical Chick, good to see you, girl. Belushi, Veronica, with a Q. Neo, Thong Chaser, Trip Robinson, Duppy. Hey, Duppy, what's up, brother? Thanks for answering my questions the other night when you guys were talking with Sandra. He was going through his ritualistic breakdowns of all the history and the names, and it was really cool. He really had piqued my interest on that one. A Drupe, Belushi, Lindsay, Easy Does It, it's 216. Awakened Mom, good to see you. Purple Pumpkin, Ghost Pepper. Ghost Pepper's going to be on with Pops tomorrow, I believe. CDP 4JC, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Raising Cane is in the house. Judy Ladypug throws us a cookie. Neo throws us a shade. Drunk Pinata rated our channel with Bella 101, Cisco Kid, Neo again, Super D, Bubbles, Castle Drummer, Gemini, Genim, Genim 71, Junk Pinata, Just Jim, Top Gun 1988, Thumper Rose again, there you are, darling. Troy 88, Gasfire 47, Tap Patriot, TA Patriot, Curious Cat, Markson Sharkin, DW, Reanimator, let's see, La Pomona, GMA Shark, Patriot Mom 76, Timothy Nortatini, did I say that? Nortoni, Jeffanak. We got Soul, I can't even pronounce that. Soulful Noel, Putsy Woo, what's up? Woohoo, Putsy Woo. Tyrannosaurus Rex is in the house, Practical Tactics. Jim 8823, Ananafananan, Patriot Pro, Jay Brewski, good to see you, man. Long time no see. Rig Boots, RM Steed, Shift D Fist, Shifty Fist, okay. Six Hungry Dogs, Sammy Lou, Star Walker, what's up, brother? Joanna Porch, In the Bushes, 827, The Great Conspiracy, Sly Park, darling, good to see you, my Triple D. Blondie Rocks, there we go. ALG Quintessanon, Know Me For You, Amazing Fox, Mauser 77, Inquisitive 01, Tony Animal 1, CDU Calamaro, Eddie Cavadas, Tom Ford. Wow, Tommy Boy. I haven't spoken to you in forever, brother. Hope all is well in good old Jersey. We got Grammy M, Just Jim again, Mez, Bronchi Cowgirl, Dread Quarters, rolling now. He's rolling one now. That's what it is. He's rolling one now. Roll one for me, please. I haven't had a chance yet. Red Dog, no fucking way. Good to see you. Lufa 23, Patriot Jane 127, Filter Dogs in the house. Tallest Symbol Freedom, Mouser 77, Mrs. Adventure, Gracie Thomas. Just Need to Know. Timberjet. Hey, Timberjet. I don't know if I saw you earlier. Wang Dang Doodles here. Dale Bercier. Hey, Dale. Good to see you. Marco Anan. Ghost Pepper again. Hugh 65. Dano 69. Locks. Judy the Ladybug. Zouz is in the house. ZZHOZZ. Julie 65. And I think that's everybody. Good to see you guys out there. Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys jumping in. Thank you for the raids, gentlemen. We appreciate you. Cosmic, go ahead. Back to you.
You mentioned a lot of names I haven't heard in a while, but I haven't been out in the chats in a while. But
neither have I, which was really cool to see all the OGs are in the house, which is really cool. Oh, Mad Hat 1. I missed you, Mad Hat 1. Good to see you, and thanks for joining us from Pinata. To all you out there, cheers.
No, there's still more coming in, but that's...
And they're still rolling in.
Yeah, yes.
Von Hitch just popped in. Good to see you, Von Hitch. All right. Well, let's roll with Cosmic and see what he's got for us before we get into our memes tonight. We got a lot of fun. We're going to be digging in, and I'll let you take it away.
Yeah, since we got such a big audience tonight, I think what we'll do is we will hold the stuff that usually turns everybody off, the recipes and the This Week in Beer, because quite frankly, we didn't have much to talk about for This Week in Beer anyway, other than the follow-up to last week's disastrous Snow White opening, which is the largest second weekend drop-off in Disney history. At 68%. So that movie ain't going no place. But that's enough for current events. Bruce, I think we'll let you take the topic tonight since Bruce, you muted yourself.
There we go. I did indeed. Okay, so here's the fun part. Tonight, we really didn't have a scheduled guest to talk with, and we couldn't scramble somebody up quick enough. So tonight, we're just going to play some memes. We're going to talk about them. And of course, some of my favorite memes are from my dear friend Brendan Dilly and the Dilly meme team, the California and crew. So we're going to break into some of their memes. And why don't you play the first one that I absolutely love?
Well,
It's
before we do that, real quick, I just wanted to mention I wasn't real sure when we did this show when we suggested this topic what the difference what is the difference between a meme and a political cartoon. So I asked Grok just for the heck of it, and
that happens to be a great question. I wouldn't have even thought to consider that, but go ahead.
Yeah. Well, it occurred to me, you know, when I was looking for memes, what do I look for? I mean, is Ben Garrison a memer or is he a political cartoonist? Obviously, he's a political cartoonist. So what is
Yeah,
the
I would agree.
difference?
Does Grok agree with us?
Well, Grok says, and I'll quote Grok, a modern meme and a political cartoon both use humor and visuals to comment on society, but they differ in style, delivery, and context. A modern meme is typically quick, bite-sized image or short video, often mixing pop culture references, internet trends, or relatable situations with a caption to make a point. Specifically, they're born online, they spread fast through social media, and they lean on absurdity or irony. It says, think of a photo of a distracted boyfriend with text about political flip. You know, the famous meme of, you know, the boyfriend looking over his shoulder at, you know, some other girl. How many memes has that turned into?
Hundreds of thousands, I'm sure.
But basically the strength is in the simplicity and shareability. Where a political cartoon, on the other hand, is more traditional, usually a single panel drawing with very detailed artwork. Published in newspapers or magazines as opposed to the internet, although that's quickly changing. It's heavier on symbolism, like Uncle Sam or a donkey versus an elephant, and often requires some background knowledge to get the satire. So political cartoons require you to kind of think. Memes are designed to, well, here's how it put it. It said memes thrive on speed and randomness. Political cartoons aim for depth and commentary. One is a shotgun blast of internet culture. The other is a sniper shot from the op-ed page.
Got it. Now, quick question for you. How does Scott Lebedo fall into these categories? He's not a cartoonist. He's more of an artiste. So would you call him a political artiste?
I had to ask Grok what the difference between a political cartoon and a meme was.
Good point. Good point. Well, as we know, we have a lot of memers here.
A lot of his work become memes. So he might be a political artiste that their work become memes. Kind of like, you know.
Well, he does meme. He does meme in his paintings. I mean,
yeah. But they become
memes. Make you feel political. Cartoons make you political. Memes make you feel political. Cartoons make you political. Okay.
She's saying memes make you feel. Political cartoons make you politic.
Politic. Got it. Okay. Got it. I couldn't read that right. I'm having a hard time reading my screen here. I got my lights in my face.
Well.
Okay.
I had a memer after me one time. Well, I kind of egged it on, but yeah.
You deserved it, I'm sure. Yeah, Lebedo is both. Thank you.
Yeah.
Soulful Noel.
I think I agree. It becomes both because if the paintings become memes, it starts out as a painting but becomes a meme.
Yeah, I love Scott Lebedo's work. I have several of his prints.
It evolves to memes. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, I do have to do a quick shout out to Just Jim, Soulful Noel, Flip City Mag. We got cookies from all three. Thank you so much for throwing them out there to us.
And I'm sure Just Jim sprinkled some other gold bills on those cookies and make them palindrome.
SM Jameson, if you can hang in there, we're just going to show some memes and we're just going to chill. So if you can stick around, great. He just got done hanging out over in Drunk Pinatas for the last few hours. And, Drunk Pinata
It
gets...
was all politicked out. And
yeah, but heavily politicked out.
And all the memes that Bruce has lined up are all politics.
Well, if we could hold off for that for a minute, let me tell you a story about me and Russian Bot.
Go ahead.
So on some shows, I become a caricature of myself or a caricature, and I act very differently on those shows because I perform. Russian Bot got a hold of me doing some ridiculous things and made some memes out of me. So I broke up with Russian Bot and wrote a song about it. But you happen to have that song handy, Cause, or I put it in the Discord, but
you wrote a song to break up with Russian Bot?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were cheating on Kitty with Russian Bot.
Well, Russian Bot was. It should be in the show chat.
Yeah, I just want to make sure you did a rewrite, and I want to make sure I get the original one.
And Sofan Noel just gave us another shade. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
throwing us some shades.
It doesn't matter.
Use some shade.
I'm actually, both of them are actually really, really good. One has more bass to it.
All right. I can hit play and we can see what happens.
Yeah, I want to know what you guys think about it.
Russian Bot me late last night to say how much he cared. But memes and words were just a shadow floating in the air. I told Russian Bot to keep his love. It's a game I won't replay. Guess I'll take another shot and call it my own way. His meme was like a melody I couldn't sing along. He whispered like a secret, but it all came out wrong. I said I'd never love it, but I'd miss the things we had. A hurricane of chaos, loving the memes was good and bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, counting lies he told before. Walk away, slam the door, he won't haunt me anymore. 5 and 6 were playing tricks, love's a burning fuse. Meet me late, but it's too late, he's the one I choose to lose. He had a way with pictures, like fire and like snow. Lit you up just to freeze you, like you didn't even know. I smiled into his heartbreak, I cried into my jokes. We were ashes and wildfires, just wait until we broke. Now my phone's still silent and his echoes fade to black. He memed me late last night, don't think he's coming back. I'm walking roads uncharted where his footsteps disappear, but her voice is in the static, tangled in my fear. 1, 2, 3, 4, counting lies he told before. Walk away, slam the door, he won't haunt me anymore. 5 and 6 we're playing tricks, love's a burning fuse. Called me late, but it's too late, he's the one I choose to lose.
Okay, that's pretty much it.
It was instrumental from there.
What? That was the original one, but yeah, that's it. Yeah, that was pretty much it. Okay, you can, yeah. I don't know.
Johnny Dangerously is in the house. What's up, Johnny?
I thought the song came out pretty good. I don't know.
That was funny. That was funny. But I have one question for you.
Yeah,
You did that with AI, right?
I did some of it with AI. It
Okay.
actually,
Because it said he and she. So is it a they, a them, or Russian bot is?
okay. It said that Kitty said the same thing. And the second one, I cleaned it up. It says, I heard voices in the static. It wasn't her. I didn't hear her in the static. I
Okay.
heard voices in the static, and I cleaned it up because I mumble, okay? But that's the way it didn't say she at all in there. It says heard and not her. So yeah, I know it sounds like that,
Figured.
and I did clean it up in the second version where I enunciated the D. So, but
Did you
that's
see what? Did you see what Sigurd the Dragon Slayer put out for you?
no, I
Here's a
didn't.
meme for your song.
Yeah, but where is it? I didn't say her in that. I said heard.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm busting
So,
chops. Busting chops.
but you all right. So I did clean it up in the second one, but the bass was way too over. Never mind.
All
But
right.
yeah, it didn't say that. It didn't say she in there, but it doesn't matter.
All right. Well, we're gonna jump into some of these memes now, and I'm thinking we should go with the last one first and go backwards and go up. So go with the last one, and then let's go backwards to the first one I posted. How about
All
start with
right.
that?
Here comes the last one.
I woke up this morning, checked out Dojin Long. Thank God for my president, begin my day. We've all been exploited, we've known it was wrong. We've opened our eyes, now it's time to pay. Government stealing, politicians got rich and were government stealing. Now we are seeing government stealing. Now it's time for justice on display. Accountability is on the way.
Okay, now, Pops, this is not going to get us strikes because it's original music. It's all new lyrics. It is not the music that was originally recorded. This is Megalifornia's take on
You're
a similar song,
you
and we're good to go.
you haven't dealt with YouTube in a while, Bruce.
Yeah,
They'll
yeah.
strike
Even
you
those can
Really?
get
easily.
you. Yeah, even those can get you striked, and
Oh yeah,
I've dealt with it.
they'll
Yeah,
complain, but it shouldn't get us a community strike or anything. It'll just get us a copyright. The can't monetize.
because yeah, it's the same words. Even the AI doesn't let you do that, and they, they won't uh let you use the words.
Got it. I just
So
I just have to quote here real quick. Life is good with the constitutional representative government, and it's such a bonus to drink the liberal tears from our dear sister Thumper Rose. Thank you. I agree very much. All right.
Indeed.
So
And by the way, Norm, yeah, we get that same copyright
mhm.
notice for our intro every time,
seriously,
because yeah, the 3 seconds of real music that are in there before our
The real
before the
big
custom
fish
music
one.
starts. Yeah, the Real Big Fish shows up, and Joan Jett still shows up. I mean, even though it's just a few seconds of instrumental.
Don't you have like 15 seconds before it's
That
considered
that
stealing?
was the Runaways thing where talking. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
All of those show up
Oh, wow.
every week.
I'll have to.
YouTube
All right.
is just a real. If you're going to put something on YouTube and get monetized, you cannot have any,
Okay.
not even a snippet, a tiny
I
snippet.
want Elon Musk to buy YouTube now. That's next.
But the song I did does not show. Well, Grandpa's show.
No, your songs are all good. Your original stuff doesn't get us struck.
Okay.
In fact, Pops is using the song you wrote for the Madness Network at the end of every show.
All right, so I'll redo those songs. Man, that
It's getting a lot of airtime, Norm.
that Real Big Fish is just. What,
Is that from the movie? Is that from the movie Real Big Fish?
No, it's from the band.
Oh, okay. Because there was a movie, Real Big Fish.
Yeah, no, I remember the movie, but no, it's a band. They have a song called Beer, but I can't believe that.
We
so
played
little.
Val's intro a couple shows ago.
Yeah.
Val did our
anniversary,
our special anniversary intro on the Real Big Fish's Beer.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That was what that song was. Yeah.
And I used a clip of it in our beginning, and I can't believe that. That is so funny.
No, that's great. Hey, God bless. If it works. All right, let's roll into.
That was actually the only one that had music in it, though. Or copyright music, I think. Actually, no. Maybe This Land Is Your Land might. Well, I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah,
If Pops needs us to drop, he can let me know. We'll drop.
All right. Well, let's roll on to number 2 then.
All right, number 2 in reverse order.
In a time when our nation needs resolute leadership, Pete Hegseth stands ready to answer the call as America's next secretary.
Let's restart that one more time. Minimize. There we go.
In a time when our nation needs resolute leadership, Pete Hegseth stands ready to answer the call as America's next Secretary of Defense. With his distinguished service as a major in the Army National Guard, earning 2 Bronze Stars and leading troops in the face of danger, Hegseth knows what it takes to defend America and keep our military the most formidable force in the world. From the battlefield to the public arena, he has tirelessly championed the strength and unity of our armed forces. As Secretary of Defense, Hegseth will cut through bureaucratic red tape, eliminate the distractions of wokeness, and refocus our military on readiness and victory. With America first as the guiding principle, he'll restore accountability, reinforce vital alliances, and ensure that America's strength keeps reckless wars at bay. Enacting President Trump's bold agenda, Pete Hegseth will fortify our military might, because a strong America means a safer, freer world. It's time for leaders who put our nation first and champion peace through strength. It's time to make America great again, and the best is yet to come.
You don't fight because you hate what's in front of you. You fight because you love what's behind you.
There you go. So Pete Hegseth, as Madness Comic Network is saying, Pops is out there saying, this is not a meme, it's a biopic. Well, it's a short biopic, which is basically a meme about who he is and what he's going to do for us.
I don't know what's he running for, by the way. It didn't say.
He's not running for anything. He's already got the position.
Okay.
He's head of the military. All the military.
I haven't paid attention in a while. Sorry, I've been busy working.
Nah, you're good. You're good. All right. I think the next one's an Elon Musk meme. Why don't we roll into that one? Because I think that one's got more laughs to it, and we want to entertain.
All right. Let me see if I can.
Crime numbers will be slipping in the near future.
Muted. First, I want to say SM Jameson, that was like incredible. Thank you for letting me know that. He gave up drinking, gave up smoking, token, and he's about to give up his nicotine vape. All in this in the hopes to stay healthy and live a longer life. Good for you, SMJ. Good for you. And then Just Jim's thanking us for the memes. Yeah, you know, it's nice to be it's nice to be close to that group and being part of their tribe, as we call it, the Dilly 300. And this is not this is not a Dilly show. It just happens to be that those are the memes that I find the most amusing, and these are the ones that I choose to pick and play. Um, Oh, good for you. God bless, brother. SMJ just clarified. SM Jameson just clarified. He thanked me, but it's not much of a choice. It's all up to God. It was literally
Yep.
all God. So good for you that you found a way to get clean and found God at the same time. So God bless you, brother. Good for you. Very cool. So I loved how California takes a song that we know from our culture, from our, childhood, and turns it into a very poignant meme and politically motivated to really give the, pardon the expression, libtards, a swift kick in the ass. And it's working. It's been working. I mean, without him trying illegal, bad Zoot. What's up, brother? Uh, as far as
Sister Bruce.
sister, I'm sorry, bad Zoot, sister. Forgive me, sister. Bad Zoots. Right. Okay. Anyway, yeah, this 8-point ABV is going right to the head. But
But once you start drinking more often, you'll get used to it.
I'm trying not to, Norm. I
I
try to
know.
only drink. That's not true. I had a drink on Friday night. I had a drink on Saturday night, but I was drinking old fashions. My bullet bourbon old fashions, like one of the chats we're putting out there. I think it was Awakened Mom said she prefers bourbon, and I'm right there with you, sister. I'm a bourbon guy myself, but I like bourbon old fashioned, and usually the bars have bullet, so I make me a bullet old fashioned. So there we go. But back to California, he's out there playing these memes or creating these memes with his crew, and just taking the memes to a whole new level with the songs and giving us something to, I guess, to attach to, because we remember these songs from our past, from our childhood, and then he just carries them forward. So let's see what we got for number 4.
I think the next one was actually a still that you
Oh,
sent me
okay.
for some reason.
I don't remember.
That's what was in the link that you sent. I'm not sure if that's what you
Oh,
meant to send or why.
that was Vasilius. Vasilius sent that. Vilolo sent drew that for us. I think. I don't know if he drew it for us, but it's a beer zerker, and so I thought it was really cool, and I sent it to you just because Vasilius is going to be joining us on the show in a few weeks. But we have a comic artist that we became acquainted with thanks to Christy from Flip City Mag. Hey, Christy, Flip City Mag, good to see you out there. Which I am a co-host, not co-host, I guess you could say I'm her sidekick. She likes to say that she's got Batman as her sidekick. But Vasilius Velo, as I call him, was good enough to draw this, and I saw that on his Twitter page, and I just thought I'd have to share it with you, Cosmic.
Uh,
So you
that
can go into
that
the next one.
that reminded
All
me of
right.
the beer I had from Smog City about a month and a half ago. Our Merlot Gorilla, whatever that IPA was from Smog City, I had because it's kind of like a berserker.
You mean the one I joked about being Magilla Gorilla's long lost cousin?
Correct. Yeah, that one.
Yes. Sorry, I had to blow my nose, and I didn't want to be caught on camera doing it. Okay, let's
And
go into the next one.
I threw one other still meme in that was intended for Hawk, but I wanted Hawk to comment on this one that I ran across on X this week.
That is perfect, actually. That is very good.
All right, so with that, that was the still memes. Bruce?
I'm sorry. Yes, I was just responding to Awakened Mom. She recently just found a small local bar that serves only bourbon liquor. So very cool. I was just commenting noise. So let's
Nice.
roll into the next one.
All right, let's do that.
Every day across this great nation, Democrats gripped by Elon derangement syndrome lash out with threats of domestic violence against one visionary soul, Elon Musk.
These tortured souls, consumed by rage over electric cars and free speech, can't help themselves. They scream at random strangers, rub butt matter on other people's vehicles, and light businesses on fire. Elon derangement syndrome, it's real, it's gross, and it's dangerous. For less than 1 cent a day, you can send one of these lonely creatures to an all-inclusive resort in El Salvador to get the help they need. Call this number in the next 30 minutes and receive a welcome kit with a photo of a shitlib who has found a new home in El Salvador and getting all the love and attention they need to cure their debilitating disease of EDS.
Like, this is psycho. Stop being psycho.
So I thought that was interesting, and just the fact that the flute in the background, if I'm not mistaken, is Hogman, who's always here in Foxhole trolling sometimes, but he's one of the memers, and he learned how to play the recorder just so he could do it on some of the memes, which was funny. So, and Awakened Mom was telling me her boss is the one who told her about this great little pub. So I find that even cooler that her boss is a bourbon drinker too. God bless you, Awakened Mom. That's funny. But yeah, I mean, what do you guys think about all the stupidity that these libtards are going through? I mean, who buys a Tesla? Please tell me, who buys a Tesla these days? Mostly liberals because they want to
My
stay.
neighbors,
Yeah,
you wouldn't believe how many Teslas I see on the road nowadays, especially the
My
box.
very
Yeah.
liberal neighbors who live across the street have two.
my uncle, who is the biggest lib shit in the United States, he fights with me all the time. He actually hung up on me once because I was proving him wrong and he couldn't stand to lose. Hung up on me, drives a Tesla. And he's had it since the very first Teslas came out. So this is what, his third or fourth Tesla now? Come on. The libs are shitting on themselves. They're
It's
eating their
cheaper to
own.
buy. It's cheaper to buy a new Tesla than to replace the battery in the old one. I.
That's
It's
not
kind of,
true. That's not true. That's not true.
well, I. It's not cheaper,
It's about
but
$6,000 to replace a battery in a Tesla.
it's kind of like a Apple laptop nowadays where you can't replace the batteries.
Yes,
Or an Apple
six
phone to
grand
replace the batteries.
cost for the parts.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what they charge you to
Installing the
peel
parts,
the case apart, yeah, and put it inside.
and then
It's
you
like
have
the batteries for the
installation,
iPhones.
and then you have the time without the car that you have to rent a car. Yeah, it actually adds up. So
I thought they
it's
gave
ironic.
I thought they gave you one to use. Like they have a fleet of like not rentals but service cars that they give out. So if your Tesla is going to be in the shop for more than a couple of days, they give you one to drive, which is amazing. I mean, that's part of what Elon Musk decided to do with Tesla. They cover you bumper to bumper. You got a problem, the car's going to be in the shop more than 3 days, they give you a car. I'm not a Tesla fan. I'm not an electric car fan. I don't know that I'll ever own an electric car, not even as a second car. But I just find it interesting that Elon Musk is doing what he's doing and going above and beyond. Go ahead.
I'm not either, because I have a V8 in my Cadillac, but but I want to thank Just Jim. I'm not a flautist fan, but yeah, for the flute of music.
Yeah, that was Hogman playing the recorder. So
Playing the
thank you for that, Just Jim.
yeah but I'm not a fan of flautists. I got in an argument with a flautist once, but that's another story altogether.
So Just Jim even
I do
said
have
just
to.
now. Go ahead,
Go ahead, Bruce.
I would get a Tesla, but I live in the mountains. No charging stations in my gravel driveway. I agree.
It is
And then
a bit of an issue. I am the same way. I never considered an electric car. In fact, and I always thought Teslas were the ultimate gimmick. I mean, I thought they were the rich people's, way to pretend they were helping the environment. And that's really all they were. I never really thought much of them. And what's really funny is that what's come out of all of this is that if I were ever going to buy an electric car, I would seriously buy a Tesla. I mean, what I've learned is they are the best electric cars.
It's better than the Volt, the GM Volt. If you remember,
it really does. It actually, the self-driving thing actually does have me thinking about it.
I will consider one in another 2 more years or 4 more years when I'm retired, and they have the Cybervan. I saw previews for the Cybervan. It's very similar front end to the Cybertruck, but it's a van, and it looked pretty interesting.
They
But
have the
I would only
doors that open up. We talked about these doors.
the gull-wing doors, right?
I've seen these. We have them here, but
yeah,
there was a GM tried to do an electric car a while back, and there was like a place here in Burbank, around the corner from me, that had a bunch of them. And there's a documentary of what killed the. I don't know where you can find it anymore. What or who killed the electric car, or what killed the electric car? Back in the early '90s, and very interesting.
Ford killed it because they didn't think it was going to do anything, so they prevented people from releasing them.
Well, but GM did have one before the Volt in the '90s, and it was right around the corner from me. Not too far. Over here on
we
Riverside.
actually, if you go way back in our history, we did a whole show on electric cars at one point where we talked about the fact that they had electric cars in the early 1900s.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
They
the
were
original
basically
Tesla.
buried. They were forced out of business to make room for the industrial combustion or the internal combustion engine industry.
And so was Tucker with his he had rotisserie motor, a helicopter motor basically, in his car. He released 50 of them. 49 of them are still on the road.
That's wild.
But I mean, for me, it's really funny because I always insisted I would never get an electric car because I have range anxiety, and yet I put so few miles on my car a year. I'm every other year exempt from emission inspection.
Wow.
So I could definitely drive an electric car and just charge it in the garage. Although, as Raising Cane pointed out, or earlier, no, it was Johnny Dangerously pointed out earlier, no way to put out the fire. Burn your garage down, no thanks. And that is true. Once lithium gets going, it is extremely difficult to extinguish. Yes.
But when I drove a Volt, it was like a golf cart. It's like driving a golf cart.
Right. My cousin has one, and she loves it. She loves it. She's got it down in Florida with her, and she goes to the grocery store and back. Jay Leno owns electric car built in 1905. Nice. Now,
He does. Yeah, I've seen them.
Tyrannosaurus Rex did say something in the chats earlier that I just have to point out because I found it amusing. When the Tesla protesters are all in prison for terrorism, send them all Trump merchandise for their prison commissary.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, I thought it was, I commented on, I don't usually comment a lot on X. I'm kind of a lurker on X, but I did comment on a post recently about that millionaire's wife who was caught keying a Tesla. Who all of a sudden now the police are saying, well, we don't think it was politically motivated. We think it was a road rage issue.
Which is
And
still a crime. Which is
well,
still a crime.
it's still a crime. But my comment was, and believe me, this is from dealing with lawyers personally. I said, this lady has a very smart lawyer because her lawyer is advising her to go ahead and take the fall on a malicious vandalism rather than getting charged with a terrorism
Yeah.
count. So she's
Did
smart
she get?
to claim road rage and
Is that what it was? Is that how they got her off?
well, that's what they're claiming.
Well,
But that's what
yeah. But
we'll see if it works.
that
But I think it will, frankly, because again, that's a lawyer tactic. That's something a lawyer would advise a client to do. I smelled it as soon as I read it. I said, that's lawyer talk right there.
and I've never keyed a car because I didn't think it was, because I've bought cars that have been keyed and had to redo them. But yeah, sometimes people park. It's not even road rage; it's parking rage, where people park stupid, and you look at them and they're like, that car is going to get karma for parking that way, or the driver.
Yeah.
But I park stupid too, but sometimes.
Thank you, Cosmic. I
When
was
I'm in
just
a hurry.
about to quote her. So Awakened Mom just put this out there. She works for a Subaru dealership, and the electric car that they put out is not built to go for distance. They have to give vouchers for rentals for 10 days for any vacay. That's wild.
Well, that's a way to sell an electric car. If you sell somebody a car, but it comes with a voucher that says if you need to go on a road trip, bring the car in and we'll give you a 10-day rental. And that's a pretty good gimmick, actually. I think that's a pretty good idea.
I still wouldn't buy a Subaru. That's just me.
Oh, I had a WRX, and that was my favorite car until my daughter trashed it.
I love my Outback. I have a Subaru. I have a Cadillac and a
parents had the
Subaru.
first Outback. Yeah.
I have an
The
Outback.
Outbacks are good
I
cars.
love the Outback. It's a great car.
Yeah.
Saying,
My parents had Outbacks. They loved them.
But
the WRX is the only car the first all-wheel drive car that was good in the snow and could do 0 to 60 in 3.9. So that's
I don't know. I think the Eagle AMCs that they put out in the mid 80s were amazing. They made a sports version, and then they made the station wagon version.
yeah,
And
I love the station wagon.
Those were four-wheel drive.
And they had the wood. They had the wood paneling. I mean,
the fake wood paneling, right?
Yeah,
the wood paneling.
That was actually really cool. I thought
That was a great. Those cars were so underrated. I had a neighbor down the road from me that actually bought one and was refurbing it, and then he moved, so I never got to see him finish the car. But I would love to get my hands on one of those old AMC Sportsters.
But the turning radius, I'm telling you, on the Subaru Outback, the only car I had with a better turning radius was my Mercedes, and the turning radius on those Subaru Outbacks, I can do a U-turn on a regular size street without doing a 3-point turn.
On the drop of a dime. Good for you.
Mm-hmm.
I know they can do some pretty nice things, and they also have, what's the one, Cosmic, that they soup up and the kids use for rice burners?
Oh yeah,
to
those are
beat the
cool
rice
too.
burners. What are those?
The
Awaken
Okay.
Mom, help me out. Which
Subaru?
is which
Subaru?
yeah.
That's the WRX.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's the
the W
WRX one you
That's
have.
the one
WR.
I had.
Okay, there you go. So I've
Yeah.
seen those all souped up and tricked out.
I
Yeah.
yeah, and my Mercedes was a 190, which is kind of like the Mercedes versions of the
Hmm.
WRX. And that one had a great. I didn't have the coupe. I had the sedan. Coupe would have been. I probably still have that coupe if I had the coupe. But yeah, you could turn. You could turn on a dime on that on both of them.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's like the
So
turning radius is a big thing. Ever since I had that car, so
so I got Just Jim out there saying that he's got a cross trek. Awaken Mom's got an Outback, and
Mhm.
Awaken Mom's old Subarus were great. Impeach M all MA11 MA all
Impeach them all.
Impeach them all. Thank you. Impeach them all. I'm sorry I couldn't get that. Said that the Brats were cool. I agree. The Brats were
Yeah,
cool.
the Subaru
And
Brat was a pretty
the
cool little
Subaru Brat,
thing.
I
Yeah.
almost
Two-seater.
bought one, but my father wouldn't let me get it because he thought it was too small for me and he wanted me to be in a
Yeah.
tank. So he wouldn't let me get it. And then Just Jim chimed in. He lives on top of Grinch Mountain in the snow and ice. 6 years now. He's never crashed in the snow. He loves his Subaru. So good for you, Just Jim. I don't jinx you in any way, shape, or form. I don't dislike Subarus. I just wouldn't personally own one unless it was a Brat. And now I don't know that I would go for a Brat anymore. I really want a 69 Dodge Power Wagon that I can put a camper on the back of and go cross country. That's what I want.
The biggest okay about the Outback, we have the biggest complaint, or the biggest, like, not even complaint, but um, soccer moms confuse Kitty when she's driving it with a lesbian soccer mom. 'Cause
Yep,
apparently,
impeach them all just confirmed. That was exactly the same reason why she couldn't get one because it was too small. And Johnny Dangerous says that was my first car. Oh, that's far. Oh no, his was a Chevy Chevette. I don't know. I'm trying to figure that one out. Just Johnny Dangerously clarified.
Johnny
Was it,
Dangerously said my Chevette was like that too. It could turn on a dime.
yeah,
okay.
that my
They did
my
have a good turning radius. They just
my
were not
my
quite as good off the light, maybe.
my Cadillac does have a good turning radius for being a sedan. By the way, um, my DeVille also has a good. That's a big deal to me. A turning radius is a big deal. My Mercedes was the best. The Subaru is the second best, but my Cadillac, it has a decent one for being the boat it is. So the land yacht, whatever you want to call
Yeah.
it.
And Awakened Mom was just saying that there's been talk in Subaru to do a new Baja design, which is similar to the original Brats. The
Yes,
Baja was similar. The
with a
Santa
bigger
Fe's are
tire.
similar.
Baja,
Yeah.
the Baja 5000. I knew somebody that raced that, and they just have big tires, basically.
Oh, and she drives a Volvo too. Good for you. The
I had
safest
a
car I
That's
know. Volvos are amazing.
that
Saved
I
my
had a
is
dad's
what
life
Mrs.
in
Mrs.
'84.
Cause drives. Mrs. Cause drives a Volvo XC90, and that's we won't let it go. That car
I
is 10 years old now, and we don't want to let it go.
Yeah,
I had
my ex-wife before I filed for divorce just bought the newest version with the ergonomic seats. What is it? The
Yeah,
CXR or whatever it is.
yeah.
What's the newest mini SUV, whatever that was.
I had a Volvo
No, I'm still paying
sedan
for that shit.
in college, and my Volvo, I love that car too. The Volvo was okay. I could buy any part from 1970, the late 70s to the early 90s, and replace it in my 490. I mean, 494. I had the sedan because there's 495 and the 492, depending. The coupe was 492, the station wagon was 495, but I could buy parts for it, and it would just fit. It would just like be, my gosh, that was a good car and a tank. We should never got rid of that one. So But we're
Bruce, you are muted, and we are considerably past the mid
correct
point of the show as well.
Okay, you want to throw out a commercial? I can take a gaping Zarge and maybe get a quick smoke break in. How many minutes is the commercial today?
We have a 5-minute intermission, as always, and tonight's intermission is brought to you by Kieran. As I mentioned at the top of the show, I'm drinking Kieran Lagerbier tonight, and we have run entire intermissions of nothing but Harrison Ford, Kieran, Japanese commercials before. So tonight we have an intermission for you of Kieran commercials featuring everyone who is not Harrison Ford. So
Okay, but wait.
We'll be back.
Wait. I got to show everybody something.
No Temple of Doom.
This is just too funny. You're talking about Harrison Ford, right?
Temple of Doom.
This is my one hitter. This is my dugout. It says right on the bottom there, it's Harrison Ford as none other than Han Solo. And it says, damn right I shot first. And I'm going to go hit this before I hit the men's room. So
Guido, you shot Guido before. Okay. I have to go get my Lucky Charm from the Raiders. Okay, hold on. I'll get my lighter. I don't have a fluid for it, but I'll get my Lucky Charm.
All right, show it to us after the commercial. I'm running out. I got to run.
I do too, and I have to get it. So
go for it, Cosmic. Right. Roll the video.
We'll be back in 5.
Hang it.
In my life, love, courage, and light, yuki to kanbiru. Together, kirin kanbiru.
ドライなだけのドライではない、うまさの辛口キリンドライ、本格派キリンドライ、ギフトもどうぞ。
We can make dreams come true. Light, yuki to kanbiru. Kirin kanbiru. 夏はうまいキリン生We can make dreams come true. Light, yuki to kanbiru. Kirin kanbiru.
We're together tonight. I see you with me, and all I wanna be is dancing here with you in my arms.
片手にキリン缶ビール。 Together.
White clouds and blue skies and the sun in my eyes. Some wood for fire and leaves and
糖質 70% オフの美味しさ淡麗グリーンラベル気持ちいい
Light, yuki to kanbiru. We can make dreams come true. Together. Kirin kanbiru.
Just walked in here 2 hours ago. What are you doing? Oh, for a moment.
You're really something.
新発行度採用
Okay.
キリッと締まって飲み口ドライ
Dry.
キリンドライ新発売
We can make dreams come true.
愛と勇気と缶ビールキリン缶ビール ドライなだけのドライではないうまさの辛口
Dry.
本格派キリンドライ
We can make dreams come true. Together.
愛と勇気と缶ビールキリン缶ビール
White clouds and blue skies and the sun in my eyes. Some wood, fire and leaves and trees a cold breeze on my cheeks. The wind water creaks. 糖質 70% オフ淡麗グリーンラベル気持ちいい
The Russian bot song in the Discord.
We are back. We are live.
I just wanted to say that I was very surprised to see the pedo Clooney in there, who had nipples on his uniform in the last Batman movie he was in. Not a fan anymore.
That's funny. We could do a whole show on Batman. In fact, I completely forgot when we had Laurie on as our guest, Laurie Cacatera, that one of the subjects that I had for us to discuss was what your feelings on the Val Kilmer Batman were, because she hates the Val Kilmer Batman.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. I would love to talk with her about that. We could go on for
I
a whole
completely
show.
forgot to bring that up during that show. We got to bring her back to talk about that.
All right, we'll bring her back and we'll do a whole thing on Batman.
But yeah, that was an interesting lineup of commercials. We had Stallone in a whole bunch of Together commercials. Jackie Chan was in there.
Yeah, I like that Jackie Chan one. That was cool.
Yeah, that was pretty good. George Clooney, of course, the pedo.
Gene Hackman.
Several Gene Hackmans. Yeah.
I was kind of surprised at that actually when I saw him in there. What year were those commercials? The one with Gene Hackman, were those in the 80s or 90s?
I think those were 90s actually.
It looks like his hairstyle from the 90s when he did Unforgiven. When he was in Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood and Morgan Freeman.
And a little bit of trivia. Go ahead, Norm.
Unforgiven got Academy Best Picture 91, right? 91.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Cosmic. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, and a little bit of trivia that a lot of people don't know is that the song Together by Sting that was featured in that commercial was originally written for that commercial before it was released as a single. So that song was actually written for a Kieran commercial.
He liked it so much, he made it a full song.
He made it a whole song. And then, Norm, you mentioned reviewing Kieran a long time ago.
Yeah.
I thought this was kind of funny. I didn't include it in intermission, but I found this commercial.
This is the second largest selling beer in the world, Kieran beer, and you've probably never tasted it. So you don't know about Kieran's unmistakable import flavor and uncommon lightness, or that Kieran is one of the few beers still made entirely from natural ingredients. All the beer drinking pleasure in the world is right in this bottle. Kieran beer.
And you've probably never even tasted it.
California, drink what you've been missing.
You see how that was a California targeted commercial
Yeah.
for Kieran? That was from 1979.
Now I'm curious to find my old review, but
I'm sorry, say that again, Cosmic. I missed that.
I said that was from 1979. That was a Kieran commercial targeting
79.
California consumers in 1979.
Wow.
So Norm mentioned reviewing it a long time ago, but it's been in California for a long time.
So now, is that before it became a domesticated distribution?
Yeah,
Was
probably.
it still made overseas by then?
Probably
70?
it's still an import then. Yeah.
I think it was made domesticated probably in either the late 90s or the early 2000s.
Early 2000s, yeah. I think you're right.
When I started talking about it, that was like, well, I started my beer blog in 2007, and I don't think I even have that. I got so much feedback on that. Well, I want to say feedback, but it wasn't really feedback. It was like pushback. I think I took that. I think I took it down. Because I can't find it. I'm looking on my old posts, and that was before I started doing videos where I was like going, "This is mythical animal piss." If you actually translate it correctly to English, number one.
I'm sorry, they're having a very interesting conversation in the chats right now.
Yeah.
Johnny Dangerously and Awakened Mom were talking about, I don't know if it was Gene Hackman or Clooney or Obama, about remember him zipping up his pants with a child at his knees. I guess they're talking about a photo or something. George Clooney has always been in the boat off of Epstein Island with a mama. Okay, there you go. So they're having their own private little chat going on there, which I thought was interesting in the conversation. So have at it, guys. Please. We're here to hang out and entertain. And I think we should go into another video. What say you, Cosmic?
I have a story about George Clooney.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Norm. I didn't mean to step on you. Please.
No. When he was on the Roseanne Barr show, someone told me that worked on the show he used to hide nude pictures of himself on the set. So just take that for whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. That's what I heard. I cannot confirm or deny anything.
I wonder who has them. I wonder who has them still, and if any of the girls or guys got them signed.
Well, he was not ashamed of exposing himself, from what I heard.
Yeah.
So
unbelievable. All right, let's roll the next one, Cosmic.
All right, here we go.
This land is our land, it once was Greenland, but Denmark lost it because they're wieners, and so Trump bought it and made it green again. Greenland is now part of the USA.
okay, so they.
I can't wait for that to become a reality, because as soon as it becomes ours, I'm gonna take Elvia and we're going on a trip to Greenland. Yeah.
I want to say hi to Q&A holes in the chat who.
Q&A holes. What's up, brother?
Yeah, big ups. But
Grey Wolf is out there too. We got Randy Bob Andy 860 is in the chats. I'm just looking to see what's going on.
Yeah, no, we got a lot of people during our intermission. I put the bass. I tried to play bass on that song I played earlier. That was a remake. I don't know if we have time.
Okay.
Could you play my?
Yeah, and on
It's
the before the outro, we'll play it
very
again.
bad bass. I don't play bass that good, but
All right.
I like bass guitar better than regular guitar.
All right. Go ahead, Cosmic. Let's roll into whatever else we got out there.
There
I forgot
are
what I sent you. I
2
sent you so
left.
many. I was
There are only 2
pulling them left
left.
and right and sideways.
All right. Well,
How
this
many are
is
we from the
next.
top? How many are we left from the top, Cosmic?
I was gonna say
This was number 2 of the ones that you sent me.
Oh, okay. So we're almost to the end of my videos.
We are.
My picks. Go ahead.
It's Niban in Japanese.
Niban.
Ichiban is number 1. Niban is number 2.
Yes. There we go. Niban.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and roll number 2.
Demolition Man.
Tesla.
I love this song. Yeah.
The final word in auto security. No embarrassing alarm noise. No need to trouble the police. And it won't even run down your battery.
That was originally from Demolition Man.
I don't know where it was from. I remember it vaguely, but I thought it was fucking hysterical.
Yeah. Or no, RoboCop. Sorry, RoboCop.
RoboCop.
According to Grok, the definition of memes was included often remixing pop culture references. So that was a remix right there.
and what do we talk about here on 3BeerMen? Pop culture.
Pop culture.
Technology.
Yep.
And beer. So cheers. That was funny. That was a good one. What say you out in the chats? I want to know what the chat thought about that meme.
That was a
and
RoboCop.
Shout out to Thong Chaser, by the way, for the can.
Thong Chaser, thank you. And Awakened Mom is hitting me up. She responded, Clooney is a creep. UK had charged him with 5 cases of pedophilia. 4 people who charged him mysteriously died before trial. Wow. I'm not surprised. George Clooney's been CIA since the get-go. His whole family's been involved. Clowns in America. And then she replies,
Kevin Spacey was
Kevin
the same
Spacey,
way.
right? Kevin Spacey, the other. Oh, he was accused of serious pedophilia. Co-workers, kids who, all kinds of people.
Massage, yeah.
He likes little boys. He always liked little boys.
Yeah, but that clip was a remake of RoboCop. Not, I was thinking of Demolition Man because that was a movie made from a Sting song, who was a bass player. Never mind. But
no, that's all good.
Yeah, but
I'm just responding. I'm just reading through the chat. It's just Jim put a funny one out there. For the last time, I'm not a clip. I'm a magazine. Thank you. Thank you. That was very funny. Thank you, Jim. Always got the good ones in there. So I just wanted to know what the chat thought about that one, because I thought that was freaking hysterical. And I could see Musk doing that. That's the funny part. Its own security system. There was a car once that I approached. We were in New York City, and this guy had this really decked out Lincoln Continental. It had spinner hubs. It had the little metal antennas that come out on the side in front of each tire, so you know you're not scraping the tire up against the curb. just all decked out. And as I walked up to look at the car even closer, step back from the car. You are too close. Step back from. I was like, holy shit. The security system started yelling at me. Can anyone show me a bad Dilly meme? No, I don't think there is a bad Dilly meme. I really don't. Which is why I like them most of all. I had others and I was going to bring the others over, but I'm figuring I didn't know that how much time we were going to have. So thank you for the shades. Appreciate it.
I have the original clip from
Soul Fan
RoboCop.
Noel. Am I saying that right? Soul Fan Noel? Soul Fan Noel. I've been saying it wrong all night. Correct me if I'm wrong on this one, Soul Fan.
That is a second set of shades, by the way.
Double. Thank you so much. Okay, hold on. For that, I'm putting on my shades. This one's for you, Soulful. My shades are on. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Double. Times 2. All right. The Dilly memes are absolutely incredible. Thank you. Yes, they are. I appreciate that because I feel because of the problems in the very beginning when the meme teams were going at it, if you will, like we're having their own internal struggle. And Foxhole's got their memers. Dilly's got his memers, and there are other groups of memers out there, and there were lone wolf memers out there that do phenomenal work. All you got to do is just go to X and scroll. You're gonna have fun with it. I'm on Twitter very infrequently, but when I am, I have Dilly Meme Team header saved so I can click on it and see what their most recent stuff is. I don't have time to sit and scroll. I'm running a business by day and trying to take care of family at night. It's crazy, you know? So the meme team really knows what they're doing. And when they go to that next level, which they're on the verge of, Dilly Studios has been created, and he's moving forward with some really cool stuff. I'm not an ass kisser. I'm not a brown noser. I just happen to like Dilly stuff. I'm part of Dilly 300. This is not a fanboy freak out or a rant of any kind. I just appreciate what they put out. Look, we do a whole different subject topic here. We're not really meant to be a political show. On a Sunday night, we want to hang out and chill and relax. This is relaxing for me to sit here and watch some memes, laugh a little bit, and maybe talk a little politics. If you guys like this format, if you like something like this more frequently on Sunday nights with us, please let us know in the chats. Please let us know in DMs. You can hit Cosmac up. You can hit Norm up. You can hit me up. My DMs is Bruce-Q-Wayne. You can hit me up in the DMs here. Cosmic's is Cosmic Grandpa. Norm's is Hang 10 Alien Surfer. Hit them up. Let us know what you think. We want to help you guys enjoy a nice, quiet, relaxing Sunday night. You're sitting at home. You want to have a beer. You don't want to watch whatever pedo Disney episode is on tonight. You want to hang out and relax. Believe it or not, Sunday nights, 7 p.m., where was I? Sitting on the couch with my family watching the Disney show, right? Cosmic, you remember that?
Yeah, that was
Disney
7 o'clock
programming
every
Sunday
Sunday.
night. Disney Family.
I remember that right before Mutual Omaha Wild Kingdom.
Yes.
Yep.
By
Yes.
the way,
Yes.
or right after, actually. Sorry,
Absolutely.
Not before. But Bruce, I found the original clip that was from. It was from RoboCop. It was called Magna Volt Anti-Theft Car.
Magna Volt. It's called Magna Volt.
But
that's funny.
Did you get that, Cos?
I did.
Yeah.
Can we play it? You have. We got time. We got 30 minutes. We got 30 minutes.
Exactly what I wanted to play. Because
that's right. Temper Rose said it too.
This is from This is from RoboCop, 1984, I believe, or 1980.
I'm muting. Let's play it.
Okay.
Magnavolt, the final word in auto security. No embarrassing alarm noise, no need to trouble the police. And it won't even run down your battery.
Magnavolt. Lethal response.
Thank you, Norm. Thank you, Norm.
That
was
actually
cool.
looks like a Tesla too. That's a
All
funny
right.
thing. That was from
Here's-
1980s. That was
All
from the 1980s.
I'm going to start pulling videos. You're going to have to find where it came from. That would be fun. That was good. Thank you for doing that. I appreciated that.
That was Magnavolt from
Yes, Just Jim.
Ro-
I said it too. Magavolt. Just Jim's in the chats there.
Yeah, that
Sunday
but-
night's Wonderful World of Disney. Yes, we all watched it every Sunday. Awaken
And-
Mom. That's where we all got programmed. That's where we got programmed. We had to break that programming. I digress. Go ahead, Norm. I'm sorry. What did you say?
But no, I found the bass version I put of the Russian bot song if you have time to play that. But
we have time to play it right now, actually, Norm. And then
that was a bad. Okay, well,
you want to ask the chat who wants to hear it, or should we play the first?
I
we play the original, the original release, and then the rough draft.
No,
we have the new one up.
Oh no! Right before the Magnavolt, I put the.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
Norm.
Yeah.
Let her roll. Let's hear it.
Want to play it?
Yeah, this is the one I tried.
Yes,
to correct.
please.
All right, I'm going to jump away and grab something while it plays.
I heard voices, not her voices. Okay, never mind.
I'm listening.
Here it is.
Russian bot memed me late last night to say how much he cared. But memes and words were just a shadow floating in the air. I told a Russian bot to keep his love. It's a game I won't replay. Guess I'll take another shot and call it my own way. His meme was like a melody I couldn't sing along. He whispered like a secret, but it all came out wrong. I said I'd never love it, but I miss the things we had. A hurricane of chaos, loving the memes was good and bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. Counting lies he told before. Walk away, slam the door. He won't haunt me anymore. 5 and 6 were playing tricks. Love's a burning fuse. Needs me late, but it's too late. He's the one I choose to lose. He had a way with pictures, like fire and like snow. Lit you up just to freeze you like you didn't even know. I smiled into his heartbreak. I cried into my jokes. We were ashes and wildfires, just waiting till we broke. Now my phone's still silent and his echoes fade to black. He memed me late last night. Don't think he's coming back. I'm walking roads uncharted where his footsteps disappear. But heard voices in the static, tangled in my fear. 1, 2, 3, 4. Counting lies he told before. Walk away, slam the door. He won't haunt me anymore. 5 and 6 we're playing tricks. Love's a burning fuse. Call me late, but it's too late. He's the one I choose to lose. This is the church.
I actually like that version better, Norm. I got to be honest with you.
The bass was totally like too hot on, but
No, I actually enjoyed that. I enjoyed that
uh,
better than the first one. I think the bass made it better. But that's my
Thumper,
opinion.
there was
I
Thumper
played
Rose. There
bass.
was no video with that. That was audio
No,
only.
Audio
yeah,
only.
no, I haven't done a video for it, but that was yeah, that was
Sofa Noel says, "Well
I
done."
I have to, but the first one was the one where you didn't hear me say heard voices in the static, and you like going, well, you heard, you read
Okay.
it, but
Okay.
I was trying to be more enunciation, but I also tried to play bass very badly, but yeah,
It
it's
worked.
actually
It worked. Now, did you record your voice into AI and then use it to modify your voice and make the song? Or
I
did
used
you
3 programs, one called Autotune, of course, because everybody uses that.
Right, but don't you have to
Yeah.
feed it your voice first?
Yes. Yeah.
Explain how
But
that works, because I find that interesting. I haven't done it.
okay, there's this program called Pro Tools that's been around forever, like 30 years, I think, by Avid. And then there's plugins you buy for Pro Tools because Pro Tools costs about $100 a year, depending on. It costs about $10 a month, right? Depending on whether you do it annually or.
But
But it's a
wait. Hold
subscription
on.
per.
Thumper Rose just gave you a great suggestion. Have
But
Russian Bot do a video for your music.
yeah, okay.
There you go. It's out in the ethos now.
We'll talk about that, but okay. So there's MOD. Okay, it's complicated because there's a lot of different layers and a lot of different things where you can play things and sound completely horrible. You can sing things sound completely horrible. M Pitch is another plugin you can buy for that. There's a lot of things you can buy on top of. You buy the base thing, which is subscription, and then you buy plugins for it. And they're all subscription based now.
Right.
And yeah, and if you have a rough voice like mine, especially if you've been drinking, and because that's when the inspiration comes to you when you're drinking, and you have a rough voice, and you try to fix it, and then you can't even tune it correctly, but it will help you. You feed your stuff into it, and it will help you. Or you can just do completely AI and make it sound completely different and not like you. But I try to make it my own and sound like me. I don't know if it did or not because I'm drunk by the end of the session. But did it sound like me or not?
It did sound like you a little bit.
But
At certain points, I did hear your nasal tone kick in.
am
So
I
I was,
raspberry? Like, yeah.
yeah.
But
I'm
But
responding to your wife.
all rock stars do this. By the way, all rock stars, all singers do this now. At least the minimum they use is autotone, but you can use M pitch too. They use M pitch now too. M pitch is amazing. Which is a plug-in to Pro Tools, which is Avid, but there's a subscription base, and then you add add-ons. So I can I can I don't have time to go into the whole thing, but it's and she yeah, I've recorded things and then done things with her voice, and she's like going, "Don't use that version of."
Okay.
We will like drive past a prostitute on the side of the road, and she'll make a song about this whole backstory about the prostitute.
On the side of the road?
Yeah, why she's wearing no pants in the middle of a Sunday morning on the corner of
She
Hollywood.
left him
Yeah,
at her lost trick's house.
yeah. I'll send you. Well, if she lets me, I'll send you some of those.
I would love to hear that. I think it would be funny.
but she's like going, "Why do I sound like that?" That's the way you sound. but and then I'll redo it so she sounds like Kelly Clarkson. So, yeah.
There you go.
Because
Whoops.
I can do that with the software. The software is amazing nowadays, but I try to not to take it too far to sound completely different. But I'll
No,
have
you
to
did
send
have
you that.
the second one had some nasal overtones of
Well, that was me with the bass, and yeah,
yeah,
it
the one with
wasn't
the
a
bass.
bass. It was actually a keyboard, but it doesn't
That
matter.
was a keyboard?
That was a keyboard with my
Oh, there you go.
my yeah. I have the keyboard in the other room, but yeah.
I'm just
Uh,
going back and forth with the chats too. I've been texting with your wife. I've been texting with
yeah.
Awakened Mom.
I'll send you
Oh yeah.
that what I was just talking about, and
Yeah,
it's
please
it's
do.
actually pretty funny. She doesn't like it because it sounds too much like her, and she wants me to change the voice to sound like
Oh, that's
somebody else.
funny.
Yeah.
All right.
I did find something that was sort of related to the pop culture part of the chat that tied into last week. And I
Please.
realized after last week's show that I completely missed showing this on last week's show. Remember, last week we covered the topic of Monopoly, right?
Yes, we did.
Well, right on top of the box that had the Liberalopoly on it that I showed off last week, I found this box. Here it is.
No way.
Yeah, Monopoly Junior. And check out, it's the Disney Princesses edition, which is super. I mean, look at how many of these Disney princesses have now been ruined by live action remakes. I mean, there's Snow White, there's Ariel, there's
Beauty and the Beast.
yeah, they've all been ruined now.
Wow.
I just thought that was an interesting tie-in that I found that sitting downstairs.
How many more can they kill before they go under completely?
Yeah. TL says they're all sluts now.
They started out as sluts. They just didn't know it. All right. I was looking in the chat to
Indeed.
see what's there. So Just Jim just got a channel.
Oh, awesome.
Hey, Just Jim, we'll be guests on your show, each one of us individually. You can have us each on 1 week after another. We're in.
I didn't see that as an invite, Bruce, but I'll.
I saw that as an invite. What did he say? He wants
See, that's the
interesting
difference
guests.
between an introvert and an extrovert. Bruce immediately saw that as an invite, and
Remember, guys, next weekend, Cosmic and I are going to be over at Steel City Con. If you can pull up if you have the poster from the show,
I'm sure I can find it.
Cosmic Grandpa and I are going to a Comic Con together, a local one by him that I've been trying to get to since I was a little kid, because I have family in Pittsburgh, and they always used to go. And here we
Oops,
go.
that's
That's
not the one.
a baking
That's
segment.
that was the
And
recipe
there's Steel
segment.
City Con. So April 4th through the 6th, Cosmic Grandpa and I are going to go running through the convention center. There are guests coming. We did not get online to talk to any of the guests, but we, I am who I am, and I don't take no for an answer until they finally shut me down and the security guard carts me off. So I'm going to try and get an interview with any one of these people that you might see here, maybe before they get on stage or after they get off stage. They're going to be doing signings. They're going to want to get paid. They're all sucking wind too because COVID happened. And what happened? They also had a writer's strike. Nobody wants to see these pedos anyway, right? Well, Cosmic and I are going to. There's a couple of them that I'd like to speak with. I think Stephen Baldwin would be fun to talk to. Steve's one of us. Steve's MAGA,
They
so he might be fun.
they just recently added Linda Blair.
She's still alive after the whole
Yeah, that's
Exorcist.
after the whole Exorcist thing. Yeah, exactly. Bruce, you were muted there.
I said, yes, she's still alive. It was the kid from Poltergeist that died. And of course, I think she died from sexual molestation, but they won't say that. She died because of the movie, because, ooh, it's got, demons and warlocks and wizards. Oh, my. Yeah.
And
Anyway, I'm
no,
sorry. That
Alien
was a
Surfer
rant.
Chick, I am not going in cosplay. I am going dressed up as Bruce's cameraman.
And I'm going as Bruce Q. Wayne, same as I always am. Hold on. Okay, so we got this shirt. And then, of course, we've got this shirt. And then, of course, I've got a 3BeerMen shirt, but it's already in my suitcase. But what you guys didn't get to see and what I've been working on is one of my Batman jackets, one of my denim jackets for the show. So I put together a bunch of pins and patches and designed my own jacket for the show. And I did one better, and we're going to give you a sneak peek. We're going to give you a sneak peek at the 3BeerMen vest. So that's the quick sneak peek. And we'll do more close-ups another time. In the meanwhile, Just Jim says, I got to learn how to run the show, and I will have you as my guest. And you are an interesting person. You got to a place in line. All right, thank you, good sir. I'm sorry I can't read that right now because my beer and whatever else I was smoking earlier is kicked in real good. But Johnny Dangerously said he's going as Michael Keaton, who by far is probably one of my favorite Batmans, outside of the voicing uh, actor who used to play the '92 animated Batman, who I had the opportunity to interview in the Warner Brothers store with Les Daniels, who was one of the writers for DC at the time, and he wrote a book. And Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman, was there. Not, I think
I
it was
thought
the
that
first
was Jonathan Frakes that did the voice for the animated one.
1992, the original
Okay.
Batman the Animated Series through 2017 before he died, 18 before he died. He had voiced a couple of animated shows, movies, as well as he got to play the old version of Bruce Wayne in the robotic non-bat suit. He was wearing an exoskeleton suit that he created as Bruce Wayne, but that's taken right out of the comics, and so they actually let him do it. No, the clown? I don't know what that meant. No, the clown.
That was a response.
Oh, the scariest part of Poltergeist was when the wizard showed up, and then Alien Surfer Chick said, "No, the clown." Got it. Okay. Thumper Rose said she saw Exorcist at the movie theater with her sisters and cousins. They were traumatized. He'd never seen anything like that before. I wouldn't even go see it. To this day, I have not seen any Exorcist movie. I have not watched any gangster movie. I like action adventure, rom coms, and full on comedies. I don't like cry yourself to sleep movies. I don't like mafia movies. I don't like gangster movies of any kind. Just not my cup of tea. Everybody's got their own, but a good sci-fi, a good action adventure, I'm in. Just can't do the horror stuff, or it just doesn't work for me. Everybody's got their own, right, Cosmic?
Indeed. You know, got a preference, got a genre.
Oh, so Just Jim is going to have to tell me his story about Adam West, because I've got some stories about Adam West as well. Very cool. We'll swap Adam West
Bruce,
stories when you have me on, Just Jim.
I was just going to say, if you want to tell an Adam West story real quick, I could step away for about a minute and a half.
All right, well, I'll tell the whole story on Just Jim's show, but Yeah, go ahead.
Tell the
Step away.
abbreviated one right now, and I'll be right back.
I got it. Okay. So while Cosmic takes a gaping Zarge, I'm just going to talk to you guys about Adam West and how I got to meet him at one of the creation cons um, when I was writing for the local Long Island chapter of the Batman fan club. And I forgot my recorder. I forgot my freaking cassette recorder to record the interview. Okay. Anyway, so it wound up being oh, I forgot where I was. Adam West, Creation Con, 1987. Uh, I wound up getting to meet him, and he had me in to his hotel room, and we sat down and I talked with him for about half an hour while he ordered Michelob Light and a shrimp cocktail. And before he sent the waiter away, he asked me if I wanted one. I said, "Thank you very much, but I do have lunch waiting for me. I've got another appointment after the interview." He was very gracious. Really, this is before he got a manager. His manager was a real dipshit. 2 years later, he got a manager, and the manager was just an absolute bastard. You couldn't get in to see Adam West unless you paid to see him online and get an autograph from him. That was the only way they were letting you in. Did you need me to listen to that, Cosmic?
No, I'm good. I'm back.
Okay. I saw something flash and I didn't know what it was. So anyway.
I sent you some songs if you want to
Oh,
look.
okay, that's what it was. Okay, I saw it
That was
pop. I didn't
probably
realize.
that was
Yeah,
Norm
I sent you
flashing. That was Norm
the
flashing you there.
the kitty songs that it's not even Mardi Gras and you don't have beads, so
Okay.
feel privileged that you got those flashes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Kitty. I appreciate that. All right.
Yes, and thank you, Bruce. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't in a desperate hurry at the end of the show like I was last week. I think I forgot to release scratchings and everything last week. I was so desperate to.
Yes, that's correct. You did. You had to run to the little boys' room very heartily.
Yeah, I was like fidgeting at the end of the show, so that won't happen this week. I'll get the chest ready here for everybody out there who's giving us lots of goodies
And
tonight.
I'm wearing my classic Duska shirt, by the way.
Yes, you are.
Kitty did the voice of Duska. On yeah.
I'll be honest with you, Norm. I find it creepy. I'm not a horror guy. I'm not into that, crazy dark stuff. And when he
Kitty
first
is.
came out with
I'm
Duska,
not either. I'm
right,
not.
when he first came out with Duska, though, I kind of like cringed a little. And I'm like, I'm cringing at that? It's a doll's head over a lamp. But
Kitty
then
came out
when
with
Kitty
a
voiced it,
voice.
when Kitty threw a voice to it, I went all on full cringe. I was like, oh shit, that sent shivers down my spine.
That
I
was
I
from
was laughing. That was too
your
funny.
neighborhood that she came out with those that accent and everything. So
There you go. Yeah,
like,
it was more Brooklynese than it was Long Island.
well, I mean, compared to Los Angeles, but yeah.
Yes, it was more of a New Yorker's accent. Yes, it was. New Yorkers. But anyway, we're about ready to close out the show. I think we should go out on that last video that I pulled, the very first one I sent you, Cosmic, and then we'll say our closings and our closing goodbyes, and head off to Zoso or wherever else we got to go.
All right.
Get
Well,
another
I don't know if we're
YouTube.
gonna
Are we still on YouTube?
try to stall until Zoso goes live. What was that?
Oh, we can do that. Trust me, we can do that
Yeah.
because this is.
Are
I think
are
it's
we
is it a 2-minute video, Cosmic?
are we still
2
on
minutes.
YouTube? Do we have to?
Bruce, I'm not from anywhere dark. I'm from the north of you, for God's sakes. I'm Duska. I'm talking to you.
Yes, you are. Thank you, Duska. Thank you for saying
You
hello,
just look
Duska.
scary.
No, you're not scary. You're not scary. The physical item
I'm
that
hiding under your
represents
bed,
you as.
everyone. Look out for
I
me.
made Duska blink, by the way.
Yes, I saw that. I saw that.
That's-
He plays that one from time to time.
Love you all. Yeah, Zozo.
Yeah.
Thank you, Katie.
I sent you two of her song, the original and then the
Yes.
remake.
Okay,
So
cool.
yeah, you gotta listen to that
I'm gonna listen
afterwards.
to him.
Because the first one, she's like, that doesn't sound like I want it to sound like. It sounds too much like me. And I was like, okay, I'll redo it then. But I could actually redo music now with the software I have. It's amazing. So
There you go.
it's not completely AI, but it's actually pretty amazing stuff. So
Well, I look
All
forward to
right,
listening
Bruce.
to it.
Do you want me to run that last video?
Yes, please. We're
All
gonna
right, let me run that,
close up
and
with
we'll
one more
see
video
whether
from the meme
Zozo
team.
has gone live when we get back.
And you release the scratching in the meanwhile?
I will do that.
And on June 14th, 1946, God looked down on his planned paradise and said, I need a caretaker. So God gave us Trump. God said, I need somebody willing to get up before dawn, fix this country, work all day, fight the Marxists, eat supper, then go to the Oval Office and stay past midnight at a meeting of the heads of state. So God made Trump. I need somebody with arms, strong enough to rustle the deep state, and yet gentle enough to deliver his own grandchild. Somebody to ruffle the feathers, tame cantankerous World Economic Forum, come home hungry, have to wait until the First Lady is done with lunch with friends, then tell the ladies to be sure and come back real soon, and mean it. So God gave us Trump. I need somebody who can shape an axe, but wield a sword, who had the courage to step foot in North Korea, who can make money from the tar of the sand, turn liquid to gold, who understands the difference between tariffs and inflation, will finish his 40-hour week by Tuesday noon, but then put in another 72 hours. So God made Trump. God had to have somebody willing to go into the den of vipers, call out the fake news for their tongues as sharp as a serpent's. The poison of vipers is on their lips, and yet stop. So God made Trump. God said, I need somebody who will be strong and courageous, who will not be afraid or terrified of the wolves when they attack, a man who cares for the flock, a shepherd to mankind who won't ever leave nor forsake them. I need the most diligent worker to follow the path and remain strong in faith and know the belief of God and country, somebody who's willing to drill, bring back manufacturing and American jobs, farm the lands, secure our borders, build our military, fight the system all day, and finish a hard week's work by attending church on Sunday. And then his oldest son turns and says, Dad, let's make America great again. Dad, let's build back a country to be the envy of the world again. So God made Trump.
One of my all-time favorite Dilly meme team memes. That speaks volumes. And I appreciate you guys out there. Everybody's still sucking up the gold pills. Please scratch away. And if you have the results from releasing the chest on DLive, why don't you give us the stats?
I do. Our big winners tonight were TL Spud, Bad Bad Zoot, John Rogers, Jayla17, and Willie Fixit. All getting bunches of lemons tonight, so make some lemonade or some lemon pie or maybe even some lemon bars if that's a thing that you would consider.
I prefer lemon meringue pie, so if anybody cares to make one for me, I would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Lemon meringue with all those lemons.
I concur. I was going to say the exact same thing. Lemon
I
meringue
mentioned
pie.
lemon bars specifically because we didn't get to a recipe that I did this week. But I did it specifically for Mrs. Spud because Mrs. Spud is the queen of lemon bars. And I tried to do a very pale imitation. These are chocolate chip raspberry lemon bars. And I
That
will do the
sounds
recipe for
delicious.
those at some point. I actually used those as a test for the video camera that we're using next week. So I wanted to make sure I was reasonably proficient with it. So I tested filming that. All right.
Well, let me know what you guys think about the you two, because I only sent it to you two. The Kitty Uber song. She got very pissed when I sent them, but that was a before and after. Actually, before. I could probably send you that, but she'll get even more pissed. But about like when we saw a prostitute on the side of the road, and she sung a song about it. But
You sent that to me?
I sent that to both of you, and
Okay.
on your phone.
I'll listen. We'll see.
Yeah. Oh, Kitty's
Give
actually
me 1 second.
what?
You're off, right?
The Uber song. Remember that prostitute we saw at the side of the road?
Okay, but
And
sent
you
the
wrote a
good
song.
Uber. You sent the good Uber song.
Where are my pants? My
Uber,
bra.
Uber, where are you?
Yeah,
Okay, that's a good one.
that's the one I sent.
Cool,
But I
cool,
sent them the original too.
No, what the hell, man?
Not the original. No,
Hey,
what?
Kitty,
What?
good, bad, or indifferent. Good,
What?
bad, or indifferent. I still love you.
I
You're
wrote a
fine.
song, man.
Tell her, good, bad, or indifferent. I still love her.
Not cool.
Bruce said good, bad. No, I didn't send them the original.
Okay.
I sent them the one with your voice, and I sent them the one with the Kelly Clarkson
Just
remake.
tell her, good, bad, or indifferent. I still love her.
Dude, that's dick, yo.
Yeah.
That's not
We were driving by.
Give her the headset, Storm. Give her the headset, Storm.
She has her. Come here, Kitty. Come here.
Just have her put on her headsets.
All right, let me plug in your headset. She has her K-pop Kitty or headset.
Wait, what's a K-pop?
Korean pop.
Oh.
That's what you have on is your headset.
Well, you broke my pink one.
Yes,
I broke
Johnny Dangerously Key Lime Pie is also another good one. Absolutely,
what those
love
were
Key Lime Pie.
Hold on, I'm gonna plug in her headset because I
Light
don't want to take
57 Fish is in the house. Good to see you, Light 57 Fish.
Hold on, let me plug them
Lurkers, DW. I saw DW in the chat earlier.
This is your
Pathfinder. Good to see you out there, brother.
Can you hear Bruce?
Yeah.
Show me your headset.
Tinette Booth, what's up, girl? Oh wow, Tinette Booth. Long time no see, sister. Good to see you.
Bruce.
I'm right here. Where's Kitty? I was
Oh,
looking
knocking
down at my
over-
phone in the chats.
No, come here,
over
Kitty.
empty beer can.
The beer snob caps. Okay.
Norman.
Show him your headset because I bought those for her.
Yay.
I saw those last week. Got a little cat ears on top. I
Yeah.
saw that.
I
All right, so you can hear me, Kitty? So you can hear me, Kitty? Just so you're aware, Norm did send us the original. And I got to be honest with you.
It was the second.
Wait, let me
It
finish.
wasn't the original, but
Good, bad, or indifferent, we still love you. It's okay, Kitty. Doesn't matter how raunch you get. I've seen and heard you at your worst. So I think I can tolerate some of your songs.
Yeah. But hey, sometimes you really need.
I did a really good job on those songs, by the way.
Oh, and
Norm,
like
Yeah.
You've come a long way, baby.
Zoso is live, so I am setting a raid.
Guys, let's say goodbye so we can close out while Cosmic sets the raid. Norm, you're up. Kitty, you're up.
Oh, cheers! Enjoy your beer. I have the beer snob here.
I just found this one.
Well, yeah, no,
He
that's.
leaves it all over the yard.
I just have the.
It's all over the yard.
Yeah. Come on, our beer break. But all right, cheers! Enjoy your beer. Remember not to drink and drive. Hopefully, you're watching this from home.
Cosmic, you're up.
Good night, everybody. By the time you see me next, Bruce and I will have actually met in person for the first time.
Thursday, no, we're going to be Thursday night first.
Oh, that's true. Well, by the time you see me here next.
Yes,
we're
I may
gonna
be you Thursday night. We may be doing the show from your place. I was coming up Thursday
find
night.
out.
I only booked a hotel for Friday night, so I'm gonna have to sleep in my car one evening.
All right, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it
And
out.
we're gonna be sending you guys to Zozo, dude.
All right, guys. Good night, all. Thank you so much for joining us. For 3BeerMen, I'm Bruce Q. Wayne. God bless. Peace out. We'll see you over in Zoso's chat. Cosmic, roll the outro.
Folks, time to call a night. Do what you feel and keep both feet on the wheel. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. So till next time.
Move 'em on.
Hit 'em up.
Hit 'em up.
Move 'em on.
Move 'em on.
Hit 'em up.
Rawhide. Cut 'em out.
Ride 'em in.
Ride 'em in.
Cut 'em out.
Cut 'em out. Ride 'em in. Rawhide.
Let's get the hell out of here.